Hi there, it's Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com. I am coming to you from the Do Hard Money Cafe. Look at this place. We've got the big TVs. We've got the caution tape because it's COVID times. We've got to spread people out when they're coming in here. This is killer. We have our own freestyle Coke machine. You can pick the flavors. You can do mixes. They actually have an app, an ice maker, and that type of stuff. We've got our full kitchen in here. We've got our microwaves, plenty of space for stuff. We've got our stove, our oven. We've got our range hood, microwaves. We've got little heaters. What are these things called? Toaster ovens that are just amazing. So welcome to the DHM Cafe. Today I'm doing a question of the day. And the question that I've been asked is, how do you rehab a house with no money? This is going to be a difficult one, but I'm going to tackle it. And if you've got a question, a difficult or even an easy one, I wouldn't mind some of those occasionally, guys. Go ahead and type it in the comments below. Just type in, hey Ryan, answer this question for me, and I will put a video together for you and for everybody else that's going to be interested in it. Just type it in the comments below and I'll do a question. But how do you rehab a house with no money? Well, the answer is, you can't. You need money to rehab, but that doesn't have to be your money that's doing the rehab. So that's a really important point here, because when it comes to real estate investing, the whole concept here is leverage. How can I leverage something to get something out of it? Because if I borrow the money to do the rehab, I'm not coming up with money, and if I make a profit, my return on that investment is extremely high, extremely high. So if I want to do a rehab with no money, one of the things you can do is you can get a hard money loan. And in that hard money loan, if they can give you the money for the rehab and give you the money for the purchase, you're basically doing that deal with little to no money coming out of your pocket, and then that budget can be used to get the rehab done on the property. Another way you can do this is by finding a business partner. You can find somebody else that has money and say, hey, would you like to partner with me? You put up the money for the rehab, I'll get the money for the property, we'll get this done. And that can be done through debt or through equity. Debt meaning, if you bring the money for the rehab, the $30,000, I'll pay you 10% on that money. When I sell the property, I'll pay that 10%. And they may say, great, that's fantastic. Or you can do it through equity, saying if you put up the 30 grand, I'll give you 25% of whatever the profit is on the end. You end up paying more on that, but you have less risk, because if it doesn't turn out the way you think, you don't owe anything. So you've got debt versus equity that you can be doing, whereas on a debt, you're responsible for that even if you don't sell it for what you're hoping to. Now, what type of people are going to have this money? Well, lots of times we call it love money. Anybody that loves you that would be interested in your success. And there's lots of people, from grandpa to grandma to moms to dads to cousins to aunts to uncles to people you go to church with to family members, relatives, you name it, good friends. Most of these people have a problem, and the problem is that their 401k or their money just really isn't making enough money. I mean, if you look at the interest rate in the banks, it's less than 0.5% right now. So you go to them and say, hey, you've got money and you're making 0.5% in the bank. Why don't you take that money and invest it, and you can make 10%, or you can make 20% of the deal, something like that. So you've got the partnership idea, which is one way you can get a rehab done with no money. You've got the hard money lending idea, where you're borrowing that money as part of the loan. Now, those lenders are hard to find. Most of them aren't out there. Most lenders want you to come up with the rehab money on your own, and they give you the money for the acquisition. So that's another great way that you can do one with no money out of your pocket. Another great way to do no money out of your pocket is get a line of credit. You can get a line of credit against your existing house. You can borrow the money against that line of credit and actually use that money to do the rehab on the property. Another great way to do this is through getting credit card finance. So what you can do is credit card financing, where you can apply for credit cards. It is contingent upon your credit score, but you can actually get that, turn that money into cash, and use that money for then, so you're able to do the rehab. So another 3 great ways. I actually have a video on 17 different ways to get 100% financing on a deal. We'll put that video over here so you can check it out. I've got another video on how much money do you need to invest in real estate, so you can check out that video as well. Now, if this video has been helpful, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up button. It means a lot to me. And you can also consider subscribing to the channel. Every single day, I do a video of the day, which is a question. It's a short form. It's a few minutes where somebody asks a question. I get an answer to that for you. They can be very helpful in your real estate investing. Every single day, I do that. Also, if you need some help in getting started, finding properties, valuing properties, getting access to money, any of those types of things, check us out over at dohardmoney.com, dohardmoney.com. dohardmoney.com, check it out. We have software, we have tips, we have tricks, we have useful information, we have capital for investments, you name it, we have got it there, so check us on out. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and goodbye for now.